Let's face it, breakups are grueling and heartbreak sucks.
Are we really breaking up right now?
If you are going through a breakup or you've had some kind of heartache, you need to watch this video. Because in this video, we're going to be talking about the 6 things that you need to do to mend that heart, to make sure that your future relationships turn out way better than the last one. And last but not least, learn how to build a life that you love. So let's dig in. First thing that you need to do is actually to accept the pain. I know this sounds counterintuitive. I know I'm going to get some pushback and you're going to say, Lynn, why in the world would I want to accept and to feel that pain? Well, in order to get past that pain, we need to allow ourselves to process that pain. You're going to put aside what I call a wallow period, basically a time anywhere from 1 to 3 days, 3 days max, where you're going to allow yourself to feel self-pity. You can do anything that you want to do, whatever emotions come up for you. So whether it be screaming, whether it be yelling, crying, allow those feelings to come up. Do what you can to practice self-kindness. Do what you can to self-soothe. Whether it be just getting underneath the covers and listening to your favorite sad songs or watching some favorite shows, whatever you need to do, this is the period to do it. But remember, no more than 3 days. Once that wallow period is over, that's it. No more self-pity, no matter what. Number 2, purge and remove all traces of your ex. Basically remove everything and anything that reminds you of your ex. Even if you want to get your ex back and you're not totally over the relationship, you still have some hope. This step is even more important. Something in the relationship or something in the way that either you or they were being wasn't working. So in order to really give this relationship a shot, you must completely clear of it and start fresh. First thing is you go through your house and any little gifts or any little reminders that make you think of them, I want you to put in a box and store away. Better yet, if you throw it away, but at least get it out of your sight. The next thing you want to do is delete them off all of your social media accounts, all of them, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, make sure that they're gone, which leads us into removing temptation. Block them on your phone. And last but not least, to ask your friends and family never to mention their name no matter what. This is really a process and a period of you to completely purge of them, start fresh, not give in to temptation, and not let that pesky curiosity of you lead you into looking them up again. And now to step number 3, process and grow. This is a super important part. This is where you're going to really look at the relationship and get true closure. This is where you're going to be doing most of the processing. Often people mistakenly believe that they need their ex to get closure. Real closure doesn't come from another person. Real closure always comes from within yourself. It's when you can become whole with the situation. You're going to journal on all of your feelings toward your ex and the relationship. So make sure to note everything that you loved about the relationship, everything that you loved about your ex, and also make sure to write out everything that you hated about the relationship and everything that you hated about the ex. I want you to include in there ways that your partner or your relationship didn't serve your needs. In what ways was the relationship unhealthy? Now here's the really important part. See if you're able to notice what behaviors and beliefs within yourself allowed the relationship to take place the way that it did. In what way did you invite this person or the relationship into existence? Were you turning your cheek and ignoring all those glaring red flags in order to have false hope? Were you codependently relying on your partner to provide feelings and securities that you should have been providing for yourself all along? Or did you need to set up better boundaries in order to have the kind of healthy and loving relationship that you needed and wanted? Once you have all of these written out, really reflect on all the ways that you can take accountability. Also notice if you're seeing some recurring patterns. Do you keep attracting the same kind of people? Do you keep getting to the same kind of relationships? What is it that you are doing, thinking, feeling, behaving that's allowing for this recurring pattern to emerge? Now, once you have a good idea of what those things might be, reflect on the ways that you can take responsibility and accountability. Now, really journal on what you need to do to work on the parts of you that could be stronger and more secure. Once we have all this written out on paper, now comes the fun part. Number 4, fill up your calendar. Those wallow days that you had in the beginning, they should be long gone. This is the time that you keep yourself occupied and you fill your calendar with things that are fun and that include other people. Here is where you're going to take hobbies and activities that you've been wanting to do for such a long time and finally start doing them. So I want you to look at your calendar and I want you to look at that roadmap and see the things that you want to improve and get better on. So for example, maybe you're not the most coordinated and maybe you want to meet new people. Taking a salsa class would be an excellent idea. You get bonus points for filling up your calendar with things that challenge you or scare you just a tad. Maybe it's a cooking class, maybe it's hot yoga, or maybe it's even practicing your public speaking skills and joining a Toastmasters club. These activities that you're intentionally choosing to fill up your calendar with are going to have you engage with the world, meet new people, and it's also going to be putting time into growing and evolving yourself. You are proactively creating the best version of yourself by conquering your fears, developing your skills, expanding your horizons, trying new things that are challenging, that are scary. These are things that are going to make you the best you. And now moving on to number 5, take care of yourself. As tempting as it may be to neglect yourself, here is where you really need to give yourself the most self-love, both internally and externally. So internally means making sure that you're taking care of your emotions, of your emotional well-being. If you're feeling really down, making sure that you're setting yourself up for success by having someone to talk to, whether it be a coach, a therapist, whether it be a counselor, or just a really good trusted friend. Make sure to give those feelings a voice. And just as important as it is to take care of your inner self, it is equally important to take care of your outer self. What you're eating, how you're hydrating yourself, are you getting exercise, even if it's just a 30-minute walk every day? How is your sleep? Are you meditating? These are all crucial things that are gonna make a huge difference. And last but not least, number 6, be intentional about your life. You have this one and only life to live, at least for now. So be thoughtful with how you are living it. Surround yourself with positive, growth-minded people and focus on creating the kind of life that you not only want, but the kind of life that you love. Invest the time, invest the effort, invest the money into becoming the most amazing you. And lastly, really allowing yourself to forgive and to let go, not only of your ex, not only of your relationship, but also of yourself. Make sure that you fill your life and your heart with kindness and love. Start to notice any feelings of anger and bitterness and resentment, and focus on moving toward a positive and hopeful attitude that will give you the kind of love that you want and the kind of love that you deserve. Now that you are building the life that you love, start to really enjoy it. Start to enjoy being single. Don't rush into a new relationship. Really feel out when it's time to get into a new relationship and if that relationship is going to be a great one for you. Now, you just learned 6 things that are gonna mend your heart, and they're also going to make you have the kind of life that you love. But if you're unsure if you can do this on your own, that's what we're here for. Click the link below and schedule a free call to see if we can help. And in the meantime, I'll see you on the next video.